Hi there. I just wanted to come online today and talk to you about the emotionally triggered brain. Intuitive Yes Leadership is really a space for us to deeply access our inner leader. So it's really for people in a wide variety of spaces. So this could be skills that you'll develop in terms of awareness that can be applied in business settings, but that will also be very applicable in your life, managing family situations or dynamics in friends and social groups, coming into a connection with that inner leader. So today I really wanted to talk about the emotionally triggered brain and how this impacts us in terms of our connections with people. So for some people, they will identify as being highly sensitive. So a highly sensitive person tends to be very sensitive to the sensory experience in the body. So this overwhelming experience of the sensory system getting so overloaded relatively quickly. This what this does is it sends the nervous system into a dysregulated space. And when the nervous system is dysregulated, we go into patterns such as fight, flight, freeze, or what's called fawn, which are people pleasing behaviors. And this is one that is a little bit more subtle and can really be in that category of people who feel like they're doing the right thing by other people, they care about other people, they're just doing the best they can for other people, whilst actually being actively in a nervous system response. So, and I'm just moving a little bit of energy here as well. So during this video, we're working with the energy to notice the highly sensitive system and the need for that system to downregulate. So to downregulate that activated nervous system response. The other thing that we know too, when someone is in sensory overwhelm, and it's much more of the population than you realise, particularly in a fast-paced life with multiple components, people who are high functioning can at times be managing underlying sensory overwhelm and nervous system dysregulation whilst still being very accomplished in their lives. So I would also want to offer that the limbic brain is part of the deeper structures of the brain. And when we are limbic activated, that's when we do have these heightened emotional responses. So it is necessary for us to use tools in order to downregulate. And one of those tools is the heart bubble meditation. So if anyone has been following me for a while, they'll know that the heart bubble meditation is a part of the intuitive heart flow model, which was a model that I designed about 10 years ago, which incorporates skills that we build on in order to support our access to our intuitive yes, our and that inner leader. So really connecting in with the consciousness of that inner leadership. So when we just as a to run it through, but towards the end of the video, I'll run through the heart bubble meditation. But we can always bring an awareness to the heart bubble space. And it's a really useful thing when we feel emotionally dysregulated, limbic activated. And what we want is to bring that thinking brain online. All of the executive functioning, our decision making skills come from our thinking brain. So we want these tools, and they're really essential for us all day, every day, to downregulate a dysregulated nervous system and also to regulate that sensitivity. That doesn't mean making that sensitivity go away, but it does sometimes mean organizing our day in a different way so that there isn't as much of this activation. Hand on heart, hand on lower belly, coming into your heart bubble space. This is part of how we are able to give ourselves the space to take a breath and connect into the body, connect into the heart bubble space. This is an essential inner leader skill. This is something that can be used, in order to manage our own emotions when we're trying to manage young children or, teenage children or dynamics within the family. But it is also entirely applicable for the leader or the CEO or someone in a leadership environment who needs a tool or a skill in order to approach a difficult meeting or a difficult negotiation or complex personalities. We need these skills to help to regulate, connect to the heart space, hand on heart, hand on lower belly, coming into that bubble and that space. The space can be a full arm's length around us. Sometimes people have a bigger energy field, so this can extend even further. In this particular situation, we just want to notice it about the arm's length, all the way around the back. It gives us a definition to our space, but we also there's a lot of energetics that are going on in our energy space. So when we do plug in hand on heart, hand on lower belly, we're plugging into source energy. We've got a lot of light, bright energies behind here, and that help us to downregulate and also to regulate the energy system. And all of this gives us greater access to our intuitive yes or our inner yes. And on this YouTube channel, I will be going into more detail about the intuitive heart flow model and the skills that we can use to deeply connect with the inner yes and no, and to develop our ability to extend that further with deep inner questioning and activating deeper awareness. So to go back to it, I just want to mention again that the limbic activated brain is just so common, whether it's because we are very sensitive in our sensory system or stress has just got out of control and everything seems to be creating an internal reaction, and we're either managing it or we're not, quite honestly. But we can also be limbic activated when there's hurt feelings. Hurt feelings can trigger a really big emotional response, and in that emotional response, the thinking brain is online. So when we use a tool to bring the thinking brain online, such as the heart bubble meditation, other things that we can use are simple tapping over the sternum. Brings us into a connection into the body, can be quite soothing. Other people might be familiar with the full EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping, where we tap in the inner eyebrow, we tap on the outer eyebrow, outer corner of the eye, under. I'm just doing it quickly, under the arm, over the top of the head. The EFT as a technique is really useful for down regulating our nervous system. You may have other tools that you use in terms of meditation, mindfulness of breathing meditation, walking meditation, moving the body. These are all things that can bring that thinking brain online. And it's a life journey to really understand ourselves from that perspective and to understand what is working for us and what is not working for us. But the truth is when we're in that very limbic activated space, that impacts our communication and our connection with others, as well as decision making. So it's absolutely essential. And when I work with clients, we're working a lot to do that deep dive introspection to establish what is going on, and to establish if there are some patterns that are in play that are really disrupting the ability to think clearly, because there is a limbic activated situation going on. As we get older, some of these patterns the brain justifies, and also society will justify reactions and tell us that they're valid. Whether they're valid or not, the point is really that we need to bring awareness, and we want to firstly be able to connect in within ourselves, understand ourselves, and also then bring that awareness into the situations that we're dealing with in order to be more successful in the workplace, have a calmer family life, have things flow more smoothly in our friendship circles. So think about what that looks like. I'm going to just demonstrate again to the heart bubble meditation here, hand on heart, hand on lower belly, coming into your bubble in your space. This can be done any time, but if you're using it as a meditation, then you bring yourself into this connection, into an awareness of your bubble and space. Taking some breaths. And staying in this space for whatever amount of time feels right to you. Even pushing this space out a little bit further and filling it with the light, bright energy. Noticing yourself calming down. So thanks for listening. And there will be some links to my website. You can contact me through the website if you are interested in one-on-one sessions, mental health sessions, counseling, intuitive heart coaching, and business strategy sessions as well. Thank you. Pop any comments down the bottom, subscribe to the channel, and there will be more video support to help you to access that inner leadership. Thank you.